Motown Friday on the Jerry Agar Show. Lianne Phillipson is here from SproutRight.com. Everybody has songs, I think, from their youth where, for whatever reason, even if it wasn't your favorite song, it comes on and a memory hits.
Yes.
Right? And I swear, every time I hear that song,
yes.
I see myself sitting in my bedroom back when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Trying to tape it on my cassette recorder, I think is what I was doing.
I remember doing that, taping.
And it's
and
weird.
What was it, like pause, record, and play or something like that? That you sat there just waiting for that song?
Yeah, and I used to listen to those tapes all the time, and I go back and listen to them now. They sound like crap.
Yeah,
but
no, there's that.
Yes. It was badly recorded. But and it's weird because if you were to ever ask me what my favorite song is, I'd never get to The Happening by the Supremes.
Right.
Never.
Right.
And yet, every time Nick plays that song, that image pops into my head.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
All right, so reporting in here,
yes.
Lianne.
Yes.
Toward the end of January, I guess it was this year,
yeah.
I decided to do something about having gotten way overweight. And I've been plugging along with it. And, of course, took a couple of steps back when I was on vacation because
yes.
I told you ahead of time I didn't care. That I was going to go to the southern United States and eat barbecue and drink beer and whiskey
yes.
and ride around on motorcycles, which doesn't take a lot of energy. So that's what I did.
Yes.
Except for the one time my son made me climb up the mountain to a waterfall. But other than that, I gained some weight back.
You did.
And then I told you over the last few weeks that I kind of had gotten rid of that but plateaued.
Yes.
Okay. Well, in the last week, I lost another pound from my previous low. So, which had been 35 pounds. So now I'm at 36 pounds since I started.
Okay, fantastic.
All
That's
right.
going in the right direction.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I did want to talk today a little bit further about plateaus. I've had a couple of clients in the past couple of weeks who've come to see me for weight loss help as well, and they're plateauing. And,
okay.
You know, never underestimate what's happening sort of climate-wise, hot, cold, warm, and our bodies just need to adjust sometimes. And one day we're sweltering and then getting sunburned, and the next day we've got, long jeans on and a sweater or something.
And that was literally one day, and then the
that
next
really
day
was
this fall.
Literally,
yeah.
Yes, it really was. So don't underestimate that, and our bodies have a difficult time sort of keeping up. But I thought.
Well, why should that make a difference in terms of the calories you eat and the exercise you get?
Just your whole body. Just it has to adjust to the different. When you're really hot, maybe you're not drinking enough. I myself was like, oh, my fingers are a bit swollen and things like that. I wasn't drinking enough for that hot weather because I was kind of in that phase of, it's not really sweltering as much anymore. So your body may retain fluid at different times.
Is that why your fingers were swollen? You're retaining water?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that would have been why I sort of felt a little bit puffy.
You're not pregnant again?
God, no.
Okay.
No.
Just checking?
That shop is shut. We're done there. Thank you very much.
Ship has sailed.
Ship has sailed, yeah.
Okay, well, you got fine daughters. You're happy.
I do, yes.
Okay, but and we'll get to this thing in the next segment, by the way. If you want to get skinny, stay in bed. And we'll talk about why that is.
Yes.
And who you should be with. But blast past the weight loss plateau is something that you wrote on SproutRight.com. If you are in a weight loss program, is plateauing kind of normal?
It is.
Yeah?
Definitely, without a doubt. And really, what I wanted to talk about with this plateau is the key things to look for, because you truck along. Sometimes men, especially a bit more than women, will lose 5 to 10 pounds in the first week and think, oh, this is really easy. I've hardly done anything. I've hardly changed anything. This is great.
Well, that's what I did. 5 pounds the first week, 5 pounds the second week.
You did really well, but that was also because you were actually eating. So your body was feeling more confident that, there's more food coming. So at that point, then your body will actually normalize itself in terms of its metabolism. So important to make sure you're eating enough as much as it is not to eat too much. So it's finding that balance in there. So when people plateau, you just need to kind of reassess. So I wrote this blog and I put this on SproutRight.com, and the first point is that it's time to eat less. So you've now lost 36 pounds in the beginning.
Yep.
Since the beginning, if you've lost 5 pounds, 10 pounds, you need to reassess how much are you eating, because what you were eating back when you started, and if you keep eating that now, even though if we're just talking about you personally, you're eating more, your eating habits are better, the quantity of food needs to be reassessed. So all the time, you can just leave a little bit more on your plate and not eat your whole plate, or plate up and have a little bit less.
You know what the easiest thing?
Reassess.
The easiest thing in the world to say to somebody like me?
Yeah.
You could leave a little more on your plate.
Yeah, you're not going to.
Well, I mean,
there are some people that just can't. Like I was always taught, finish what's on your plate.
It's not that. I want to eat it.
Oh, right.
Okay,
So
I'm not doing
plate
it
up
because
less.
the voice of my mother says,
No,
kids
no,
are
no.
starving and,
Yes.
No,
I had all that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had all
yeah.
that. My dad has to
Right.
finish what's on his plate. So if you give a small, put everything on a small plate, or just plate up 1 or 2 spoonfuls less, or 1 chicken leg thigh, whatever it happens to be, just have less of whatever it is. As long as you don't go over about 15%, then your body doesn't go into famine mode where it holds on to all of the food.
it starts storing up supplies for the apocalypse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, the second point is up your fiber.
Up your fiber.
Up your fiber, yes. So shoot for eating about 30 grams a day. There's a link in the blog post so that you can sort of tally up where you can make up as much fiber as you need during the day. But there was a study that showed that if you hit that 30-gram mark, you can cancel out about 210 calories in your day. So just by eating more fiber, you don't actually have to do too much else.
What's your favorite source of fiber?
I think I quite like the chia seeds. I like chia pudding. I know I
Okay.
brought it in once.
Yeah, I
and
didn't
you
like it.
really like it. But I put them in my smoothie and things like that. So just those little seeds. They don't taste of anything. You don't really know that they're there. I put them in little muffins if I make
Well, do
them,
nuts
like those
count?
kind of things. Totally, nuts are amazing.
Okay.
And honey crisp apples are out now. They cost a small fortune, but man, they're good. So even just eating, and they're big too. So even just eating one of those apples a day, you will without a doubt notice a difference.
Is bread fiber?
It is.
But
Yep.
it's also...
Depends on what kind of bread. So, and people think, what else could I have? Well, swap your cookies for berries. Instead of white rice, have barley or brown rice or something like that. Or if you're going to have bread, then have whole grain.
Okay.
Change up your caffeine. So nobody likes it when I says, he looks down at his coffee. We're Facebook Living this, by the way. You can see what he does, and he's got his groovy new glasses on too on Sprout Right's Facebook page. So change up the caffeine. I know that you're about to groan, saying ditch the coffee, but maybe try and switch some up for green tea. Green tea contains a good level of caffeine, so you're still going to get your energy hit. Your boost, which is perhaps why you're having your coffee, but it has the benefit of fast blasting compounds called catechins. So those are antioxidants. They're also going to boost your immune system and really get that moving. So drink about 4 to 5 cups a day of green tea. Swap as many of your coffees for the green tea and see how that goes.
So first of all, you talked me into not drinking the Diet Coke, which, part of it was the caffeine, right? And now you're coming for my coffee.
Artificial sweeteners. I know. Nobody
Yeah.
ever likes me going for the coffee, but try it. Okay? If you're plateauing and you want to lose a bit more, then it's worth a shot.
Somebody just wrote in, since you're talking about fiber, and before we go to traffic here, and how grains
Yep.
provide you with fiber, any fiber in beer?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Nice try.
It's another day where reporters are wondering what U.S. President Donald Trump's talking about this time. The newsroom with the latest speculation in the news at 11:30. It's 11:15. NEWSTALK 1010, time saver traffic. It's you and me against her. Yep.
Yeah.
Looking at some slowdowns on the southbound side of the 427.
The coffee's a good one. It always gets it going.
Foods to counter high blood pressure.
Express ramp to the East Gardner with
For me, it's just losing weight. No, this person's asking that question.
Oh, we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
But again, about a 15-minute
where
drive
did I
if you're
post
heading
it?
towards this stretch. Now, I don't have
Did you put it on Sprout Right?
Yeah, I think so. It might be on the blog. If it's not, then just tell them to say reach out to Lianne, and I can flip them the SoundCloud.
And that'll take you about 10 minutes right now again.
Because that was last week, wasn't it?
In turn, South 404 Don Valley Parkway is a bit sluggish, finished to Winford. You'll find sections of the 401 eastbound busy through Mississauga Road. Just approaching Redford.
I thought the kids.
They can write to you through the website, right?
Of course, yeah.
To sproutright.com.
Out through Highway 412. Combination of things.
I thought the kids menu thing was one that might get people going a bit.
Oh, yeah, and it was, which restaurant was it?
It's Panera.
Do you like Panera?
Whatever. I just think it's a good challenge. I'm not.
It's one of Anne's favorite places.
I'm not
like to
really-
meet somebody for coffee and a sandwich. And,
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that. I don't really go to bread places. Do you know what I mean? Like a bakery. It's not really.
yeah, but they have other things. I go there and I don't have the bread.
Okay.
They have salads. And
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, they got like 250 things that the kids can have now because they've made smaller plates. I mean, as a parent, I think sometimes when you go out And you think of, ordering 4 entrees if you're a family of 4, it gets a bit pricey. You look at the kids' meal and you're like, okay, everything's sorted.
Well, we should start with, you want to lose weight, stay in bed, because I've been promoting it.
Okay.
And then if
So
we
that
have
was
time, we'll jump
the
to the
hormone
kid
one.
And if we don't get to it, we could do the kid thing for next week.
Yeah. Yeah, because that wasn't a
Can I add green pea powder to my coffee?
Well, thank you very much, Evan, for this
Oh boy.
That's what somebody just asked.
That'd be pretty major.
Cooler heads will prevail on NEWSTALK 1010. They blew it.
If they
I went into a coffee shop once,
Yeah.
and this young lady says, "Can I help you?"
Yeah.
And I said, "I want coffee, and I want it with the extra caffeine."
Yeah.
She made me a cup of coffee, took 2 shots of espresso, dumped it in there, and made
Yeah.
me pay for it.
Yeah.
And I went, "Okay."
Yeah.
I mean, I was kidding around, but I just said, "Okay,
Yeah.
whatever."
Exactly. Yeah.
Where are you going this weekend?
Just tomorrow night I'm out with my friend Jasmine.
Oh, okay.
She's coming. She lives in Erin. Not that it's that far. Which story was it that you said stay in bed?
Whoa, what?
The other one. Was it
Sleep
mine?
more, not less.
Just need a vacation.
Oh, mine.
Thanks
Okay,
to
good.
Allegiant, you can afford it.
Listen to your wallet.
Cool.
Yeah, what do you mean? You wrote it.
No, I know. I'm just making sure because there was the other one about the hormones, and I didn't pick out something about sleep in the story about hormones.
Flights, rental cars, hotels, and attractions. Must be purchased by 10/11/2017.
Okay, so sorry. What do you want to talk about? Sleep more, not less.
Well, because I promoted it.
That's perfect. Yeah,
You don't
which is
spend
awesome.
a lot of time on it.
No, that's fine.
When I had guests over, I really thrilled the welcome mat. Now
It's just tomorrow night. That was actually the only plans that I had all weekend.
Okay.
But now I'm going for dinner on Sunday night with some other friends and their family.
Well, it turns
that
out
kind of
now
stuff.
that actually after dinner,
Yeah.
Jason's going to come.
Oh, cool.
His wife and daughter are not. They're having
Oh,
dinner
cool.
with some people, but early, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he's going to come for the football game.
Nice.
Because we really actually want to watch the football
Yeah.
game. And Zane Kaplansky and his wife may drop by
Love it.
later as well. He likes football. I don't know if she does.
Yeah.
But they're having dinner at a friend's restaurant. But it's at 6, which is kind of early on a Saturday night. But that's
Yeah.
probably because the friend's restaurant will get busy.
Yeah.
You know?
Never giving out coffee. Be nice to coffee. Yeah. Try green tea.
Look for the orange and green Therabus Activine at fine stores like Shoppers Drug Mart, Walmart, Loblaws, Rexall, and Metro.
Toronto's breaking news, traffic and weather. This is Jerry Agar, NEWSTALK 1010.
It's a Motown Friday. I'm Jerry Agar. Leanne Phillipson is here from sproutright.com. Okay, I promoted you. We're going to talk about this. You want to get skinny, stay in bed.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, first of
Well,
all,
that's
alone.
not exactly the line that I had. Let me just say that.
Oh.
But yeah, why not? If you're not alone, then sure,
Yeah.
you can be burning some calories.
Okay. Can you
but-
get skinny quicker if you're not alone?
If you're not alone, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inquiring traffic reporters wanted to know.
While she's drinking her coffee.
Okay. Well, actually, what's the serious aspect of this?
Sleep more really is the very serious aspect. So if you're around a 6-hour-a-nighter, you're getting about 6 hours a night of sleep, it can reduce your fat loss by up to 55% compared to someone who's getting the gold standard of 8 hours.
Now, everybody needs a different amount of sleep. Are you talking about people who are sort of like go-getters who they say they want to lose weight, but at the same time, they're up and at 'em all the time. I don't have time to sleep. I'm working on this project. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
Well, if you're that go-getter and you're only getting 4 to 5 hours of sleep, it's going to affect your hormones no matter what. It may just not show in weight gain.
John Tory's not fat.
No, but
That guy never sleeps.
Is he healthy?
He's the energizer bunny of this city.
Yeah, but his adrenal glands
Yeah.
could there could be a problem. It may in 10 years' time, once he actually sits down.
Let's call the mayor up. We want to talk about your adrenal glands.
Exactly. In 10 years' time, when he actually sits down, things might change.
Yeah, 10 years is about how long it'll be till he finally sits down.
Exactly.
That's exactly right.
So, just generally speaking, the sleep that you get, that rest, all of those kind of things are so important for just letting your body regenerate and your hormones to balance themselves back out. We have a circadian rhythm. We need this time to regenerate and to rest. And also, another story that I'm just going to tie into this one that we're going to talk about today, stress, hopefully you're not stressed while you're sleeping or while you're in bed. And there's this association with short-term crazy stress just shuts down your appetite.
Okay.
And this is where the hormone imbalance comes, that whether you're skinny or whether you're overweight or somewhere in the middle, if you're still not getting enough sleep and you're crazy stressed, it becomes a problem. Stress, if it persists, so basically what your body does is as you are stressed, it releases adrenaline. Your adrenaline then, your adrenal glands then release another hormone called cortisol if that sticks. So again, just going to sleep shuts off the stress. So there's a little bit of that too, making sure that you're getting enough sleep.
All right, let's talk briefly about the CEO of Panera has come out saying, we have a responsibility here to put together some sort of healthy option for kids. And they're making a good point in this article. You take the kids to the restaurant, there's a kids menu, and invariably, what is it? It's fries, it's chicken fingers, it's that kind of thing.
White bread.
Right, exactly.
Cheese. Yeah.
And what we seem to be telling kids is there's a whole bunch of healthy options for mom and dad, but this is the stuff for you.
Yeah.
And at Panera now, they're saying that actually they're working on having a healthy kids menu.
Yes. So Panera themselves have actually changed up their menu completely so that they have about 250 options, as they say, for kids. Now what grabbed my attention with this is, this is what I started Sprout Right because I wanted to make our next generation healthier than us, because things have changed for us. Okay. And I think it's really important, and it's a big responsibility for anyone in a restaurant to be able to offer foods to kids, for parents to take to restaurants and those kind of things. So the CEO of Panera actually invited Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King CEOs to sit down and eat their menu for about a week and see how they feel. And I thought that was great. Just bring attention to it, to say actually, the fact that you offer pop to kids, which is great for everyone's bottom line, but not so good for the kids. If you have a toy, the kids are going to want to go, well, Mom, I want to go here because of the toy and the movie and whatever all of that kind of stuff is. And it's not fair. It's not fair on the parents, because then you feel like crap when you say, sorry, no, you can't do that.
You have to be willing to do that as a parent.
You have to.
But you're ultimately responsible. But what he's trying to do, and it's a smart business decision, is to find the balance. To say, okay, as a parent, you can bring your kids here, and hopefully they'll have something that they enjoy, you're going to be okay with them eating it.
Yeah, and also teach them that everybody can eat the same food. Just because you're a kid doesn't mean that you get hot dogs and then the parent goes and has a nice green salad. The kids can actually eat the nice green salad too, but unless you put it in front of them and say eat it, they're not going to.
Okay, any advice for this person who's bouncing back to where we said if you want to lose weight, you want to get skinny, stay in bed longer. In other words, get a good night's sleep.
Yes,
good balance there. What if you pee 3 or 4 times a night? Got any advice for that person?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Why are you peeing that many times a night? Stop drinking so much. Is there a diuretic going on? I mean, there's a million questions I could ask around that, but that is a tricky one.
Jim Richards, what should the person do who has to pee 3 or 4 times a night?
I would suggest peeing 3 times.
Don't fight nature?
Yeah. The consequence of not doing that would be
unpleasant.
A fumble, which is
yes, that touchdowns and fumbles coming up just after 11:30. Lianne Phillipson is sproutright.com. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Jim, what do you got coming up today on your show?
The sides that you do not want to have with turkey, and what the hell is an ambrosia salad? What kind? Have you ever heard of this? Don't tell anybody if you know, because it's the grossest thing. And also, I'm going to do a follow-up with a bartender who was at that country music concert. We interviewed him on Monday. He sounded like he was, I don't know, he didn't sound like he was that shaken up, but how has his week been, and how is he kind of, how's he handle that? Because Jerry, I think a lot of people don't realize that some people do, you know, a couple of years in the military and don't see that kind of, you know,
action.
I don't want to say, I guess action would be the word, but I mean, yeah, this it's interesting what I touched base with him and his wife to find out how he was, because I thought he did sound quite.
That's very cool that you're doing that, because one of the faults I think we have in our business, Jim, is the story hits, we talk to the people, thanks a lot, bye-bye, and we never talk to them again.
Yeah.
And there's an experience that you go through at the moment, and there's what you think of it a week later, a month later, a year later.
Sure.
You could probably almost do an ongoing series with this guy.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things that are not on my show, Jerry, are the faults that are in this business after 12.
Okay, and surge in full-time jobs in September. Made for a 10th straight month of employment gains. What that means if you're still looking for work. Coming up in the news at 11:30 on NewsTalk 1010.
Happy Thanksgiving.
See ya.
See ya.
I almost said, when he said, what I must be doing is the faults on this business, and I was going to go, no, because you only have 2 hours now.
Oh, no, don't do that one.
Well, that's kind of a sore point.